You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey everyone, this week on What Do You Got? I have a controversial topic. Gift cards are terrible gifts.
Ooh, and rewatching shows and movies.
Ooh.
Thoughts?
Thoughts?
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Tim Fulton,
I'm Andy Smith.
and this is What Do You Got? What Do You Got is a little segment where we come to the table, each with a different topic, and we chit-chat about it for a little while. Andy is up first. Andy, what do you got?
I have rewatching old shows and movies.
You do a lot of movie and show topics.
I do.
It's a theme in your life.
My question
about
to you is, if you have a show or a movie that you really liked, do you go back and rewatch it? And if so, do you do it multiple times?
Yes, almost obsessively.
Okay.
Oh, and multiple reasons.
Now, do you notice something different? Not every time, but sometimes when you're watching the show, or the movie, like when you're rewatching it, are you just kind of like blindly watching, or are you like paying attention like it's your first time?
So I go back and forth on. It.
Okay.
So, spoiler alerts for a couple of different shows. Also, just to preface this, I'm a big nerd. I'm kind of a loser. Like, I'm a big loser, guys.
He is.
So,
He is.
there were a couple of animated shows. Shut your fucking mouth. That were on Netflix that I rewatched a couple of times. Also, Game of Thrones is a big one. So, spoiler alerts for Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert for Avatar. Spoiler alert for The Dragon Prince on Netflix. I rewatched the three of those a lot, especially during the pandemic. Not Game of Thrones because it's stupid, but I would either use them as background noise or I would rewatch them. I remember the first time I rewatched the first, I think, 5 seasons of Game of Thrones. I had introduced it to someone else, so I rewatched it, and I rewatched it in earnest.
Yeah.
That was like, when you first watch Game of Thrones, you get like the skim layer, and it tastes so good. And then the second time you watch it, you really get the spoon in there, and it is just so fucking good. You see all the things you didn't catch before. You now know who all the characters are, so you can actually follow along with the plot.
Yeah.
That level of stuff is awesome to me. With other shows like The Dragon Prince or Avatar is a good one because that's super popular right now. There are moments in Avatar that I remember being so epic and loving. Like the series finale is just so fucking phenomenal. The Lake Lao guy is so fucking phenomenal. But then when you rewatch the series, you see parts that you loved, but they weren't those epic moments, and you forget about them.
Yeah.
And so when you see them, you're like, oh yeah, this episode. I really like this episode. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And like you get that like like you still know it's gonna happen, but you get that excitement almost like it's the first time all over again.
It's the best when you watch a show that's either really long or you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of scenes where it's almost like you're watching it for the first time again because you kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
And especially with things like Game of Thrones and whatever, the first time you watch it, the whole beginning, you're kind of just like a third grader sitting there listening to like a high schooler talk about math or something.
Yeah.
Like you're just kind of like, oh, okay, I know some of these numbers. But then when you go back and watch it the second time, all the names are in your head. So you don't have to think about it anymore. So when you hear things, like you go back and rewatch the series, everything makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Because they start talking about, Baratheon and this and that and Rhaegar. And then you're like, oh, now I know why they started the war.
Yeah.
Like you miss that the first
Yeah.
time. And one of my favorite things to do when I rewatch movies or shows is to watch the people that aren't supposed to be on the main camera.
Oh, that's fun. I never thought about that.
There's a lot of times when there's shit in there that you miss. Like there's a scene in Game of Thrones when Tyrion's with Jorah Mormont and they're going through Old Valyria and the dragon flies over.
Yeah.
and your eye is drawn to the dragon.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But if you watch, there's like 30 stone men
yeah.
standing there.
And that's the point. Their eyes are on the dragon too, so they never noticed.
Yeah. But then, like, obviously, like, some people caught when he walked off.
Yeah.
But if you back up, you see, like,
All of
dozens of them.
Yeah.
Like, there's dozens of them. So it's kind of cool when you go back and watch that shit. And then there's also things in other movies like Goodfellas, one I rewatch all the time. Like, that's a good one to watch, like, other people's faces in. And, like, you hear and see things that you always, like, you're like, oh, I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Like, it's neat.
You know what's a really good one to rewatch? And we're recording this on November 3rd, so by the time this airs, it'll have come and gone.
November.
The 5th of November.
I
I
knew you were going there.
rewatch V for Vendetta. It's my favorite movie of all time. I rewatch it every 5th of November, so I'm going to be watching it in 2 days.
Yeah.
When you watch that movie, the first time you watch the movie, you get the feeling of it, but you don't notice how much effort they put into having the mask display emotions. You see the mask, you don't literally see it, but you see the mask laughing. You know when he's sad, you know when he's smiling. It's however they did it with the lighting or whatever.
They use the hair a lot too.
The hair a lot, but like you can clearly tell emotion from this inanimate object. And from the first time you watch it, like you get like he's happy, he's sad, and like, but like those are normal emotions that you feel. So like it doesn't click right away. And the second or third time I watch it, I'm like, oh, the mask is laughing. It's not, but it's laughing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, they
watch that movie.
It's like whatever their associate, like if the guy's laughing behind it, it's almost like it tricks your brain into pinning that emotion with the way that the face is.
Yeah,
because it's not overly one way or the other.
Yeah, the mask also has different layers of facial features. So like it has a mouth, and it also has like a dimple-esque thing that runs across it. So the way that the lighting hits, sometimes you'll just see the thin part, sometimes you'll see the whole thing, and the whole thing will make it look like it's the way that they did it was very interesting and very, very creative.
That's a really good movie to use as an example of like lessons that you can pull from movies. I mean, that movie was about kind of putting forth a little bit of a lesson in a way.
Yeah.
But you can do that with movies and whatnot. Like, people give movies like a bad rap when it comes to shit like that. People are like, oh, you didn't read the book or whatever. But if you pay attention enough, there's things that you can pick out of every movie and whatnot. There's lessons and there's a ton of lessons. Tons of shit that you can pull out of there.
There is a movie. It's a 1950s sci-fi movie called The Forbidden Planet. And it's based off of Shakespeare's The Tempest, but it's a sci-fi version. So this space crew, I'm going to give you a real quick rundown. Space crew goes to this planet, and they're like discovering things, and it used to be inhabited by this ancient race of people.
Okay.
Who were super technologically advanced to the point where they basically created a utopia.
Okay.
Right? And they created this. This was all like years before they actually start the movie. But it was the plot. Like, it's what they discovered along the way. They created this device that would teleport energy wherever you want, and it could read your mind. So it would create what you want. You think, I want cupcake, a cupcake appears.
Okay.
So they basically created infinite amount of resources for everyone always. What they forgot is that despite the fact that they were so advanced, that they start off as animals, and they all had animal instincts. So the thing could read that too. So if someone accidentally pushed you on accident, your animal instinct is, I need to beat this guy up. So the thing would read that and it would kill him. So they turned it on, and long story short, they turned it on, it created a monster, and it killed everyone. And that's how those species ran out. And the moral of the story was, be careful with technological advancements.
So Jurassic Park.
It's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You think you know everything about what's happening, but you can't.
Well, the line in there is you're so obsessed with whether or not you could, you didn't stop to think whether or not you should.
Yes. All right, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. That was actually Goldblum.
Well, it's a Steven Spielberg movie.
No, but you're right. There's a lot of weird shit like that.
I like getting morals from movies like that. That's the point.
And it's easily digestible, and you could watch it over and over again. And you can remind yourself, and also too, the movies are the lazy version of reading, right? Because they kind of take all your imagination away from you, and they do everything for you. They're reading for you, and they're putting forward their the visuals for you. When you're reading, you have to come up with the visuals yourself.
Yes and no. I will never forget what my senior year English teacher taught us. We had all not graduated. We had all gone into college already. Everyone had fucking checked out because it was like May.
Yeah.
So no one really cared. So we spent the last 2 months watching movies, and we watched, I think we watched 7.
Yeah. Good movie.
Fantastic movie. Weird movie to be watching in an English class.
Yes, very strange.
But we saw the part where he goes, "What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?" And you never see what's in the box, but you know what's in the box.
Yeah.
And the point that she made when she showed that was they never show you what's in the box because your imagination is going to be 10 times as powerful as whatever image that they show you.
Yes, I'm talking about in a general sense with most of the things.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, if they describe a scene of a garden, you have to make the garden up in your head. Whereas
The magic garden.
if they show you in Game of Thrones the garden, you don't think at all. You just have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Right? But so I just thought rewatching shows, especially since COVID's going on, it's not such a bad thing.
I will say I do also throw shows up in just for background noise.
I do that too. But there is something to be said about like putting forward the enthusiasm to rewatch a show.
Yeah. It depends on the show. Like Family Guy plays constantly in my house, but you don't pay
That's
attention.
white noise show to begin with, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like shows that you have to pay attention. If it's not you have to pay attention, I get kind of bored.
There are shows that it's not just you have to. There are shows that you end up, it like reels you in. It's
Yeah.
like crack. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to be background noise. Oh, but this scene is so fucking good.
Yeah. That's Game of Thrones. Shows with no fat. Stranger
Yeah.
Things is another one.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
like-
just rewatch that, right?
Yeah. That's another one. But there's something to be said about actually paying attention to, because I have like when I do something, I have to focus on it.
Yeah.
So like if I'm watching shit TV, I have to focus on the shit TV, and that can be fun too.
Yeah,
it can be fun.
Yeah.
But rewatching a show where you have to pay attention, like sometimes you're looking for stuff like, did I miss anything here?
Yeah.
Like, what did I miss? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
That's what you got.
That's what I had.
Hey, everybody, welcome to What I Had. All right, gift card hell. I know not everyone is going to agree with me, but I'm going to put out my reasoning on why gift cards are the fucking worst gift ever.
Because you take money that's good everywhere and you say, now it's only good here.
Now it's only good here. Yeah, okay, that's number one. It's a worse version of money. It's a
Yeah.
worst version of money.
And they usually charge you to cheapen your money.
Yeah, and you're
So
not
weird.
You end up losing part of it. All right, you got a $50 gift certificate to Sears. Sears isn't a thing anymore, but you got a $50 gift certificate to Sears. I spent $45 of it. I'm not going to keep a $5 gift card to Sears in my wallet until I decide to go there again. It's going to get lost in the abyss.
How about when they expire?
Yeah, they expire. Money expire. So that's one reason. Two, if you know someone has an interest, it's okay to get the interest wrong.
What?
Hmm?
What do you mean?
So say your cousin loves fucking scrapbooking. Loves scrapbooking. She's a little...
I think she likes collecting scrapbook things.
But that's not the moral of my story. But she loves it. I would rather give her a scrapbook that she kind of sort of doesn't like because it puts out the effort. It shows I tried. It shows meaning and heart, as opposed to giving her a gift certificate to Michael's or one of those things and saying, I didn't really want to try, so you put in the effort.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, there is that, oh, this was last minute at a gas station.
Yes,
feel
that too.
to the gift card.
It's heartless. Not
Unless-
heartless. I'm being a little...
The only time I think that gift cards are 100% acceptable is if you're giving money towards somebody's gift that you couldn't afford the full thing for.
That's fair.
And
That's
you
fair.
want to make sure they don't spend it on paying bills or something.
That's fair.
Like if you say,
Depressing.
yeah, but if you're saying like, hey, you wanted that tool from Home Depot, but it's $500. I can't spend $500, but I want to give you money towards that tool that you really wanted. So here's $50 gift card or
That's fair.
whatever.
That's fair.
Because a lot of people, they'll take the money if it's money, and then they'll forget what it was for, and they don't end up buying themselves anything. And then it's kind of like a moot point. But again, I agree with you. I think that I think people definitely get wrapped up in the whole like how much did things cost in weird ways though. Not like it's just like you feel like you didn't spend enough or whatever. But even if you got a good deal, but I agree, gift cards for the most part don't show thought. It's almost like I couldn't find anything else.
Yeah.
It's either that or like I forgot. Here.
You know what I started doing? We do every Christmas on my dad's side of the family, we do a Secret Santa. Because there's so many of us now, it's impractical to buy a gift for everybody. It's just unrealistic. It would take days to unwrap everything.
Yeah.
So we started doing Secret Santa. Everyone gets one person, blah, 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 blah. I have hobbies, but like nothing that people are going to be spending money on. People, they'll buy me beer and shit like that. But to make life easier on them, and I know everyone ends up wrapped up in the same thing. What do they want? Like, how do I do this? Blah, 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 blah. It becomes a burden as opposed to like an enjoyable like experience. So instead, I tell everyone, I want something you enjoy. Let me experience something you like.
Oh, okay.
So my one cousin's husband got me. So he's my cousin-in-law. He's from England, and he loves... Hello, mate! Yeah, we call him British Cousin Dan, because we have a cousin Dan, so he's British Cousin Dan. What's up, British Cousin Dan? So he took me to a Red Bulls game, a soccer match. I would never in a million years think to go to a soccer match. And no one in a million years would think to get me tickets to go see a soccer match. But we went together with my cousin Amanda, and it was fucking fantastic. It was so much fun. And I would never experience something like that if I didn't.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
That's my go-to these days. Get me something you enjoy. And then, even if I don't like it, it's not the end of the world. We knew it was going to be a 50-50 shot. But you know what, Grandma? Get me yarn. Maybe I'll try knitting something. And now we'll have something to talk about.
You're going to have to learn how to knit then.
And that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Give me a new experience. Let me open my horizons just a little bit.
This would be a great way to get like indentured servants for your house. Like, here, I got you a paint roller and a gallon of paint because my bedroom needs it. Oh, look, a chainsaw and a log splitter.
And a log splitter. Yo, imagine Grandma was like,
oh, bundles of shingles and a hammer and a bucket of nails.
Grandma gives me like a bump of Coke. But Grandma, she's like, you said give you something I like.
Just hardcore hair, like just black tar heroin.
Grandma, no.
Jesus Christ! I always wondered why you were so sleepy. Yeah,
Grandma?
Gift cards. So you really despise them then?
I don't want to. I'm a little too critical of things at times, and I know that this is definitely one of them.
It's okay to be critical.
Okay,
this is a show.
They're the fucking Antichrist.
We're not serious on here.
They're the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah.
Be a little creative. You don't have to get something someone will 100% enjoy. Give them something that they've never seen before.
Yes.
Give them something you enjoy.
You know what I don't like though?
What?
Is when you are literally trying to find something for someone, but you don't know what to get them. So you end up getting them garbage.
Yeah, I've done that too.
We're like,
I'm guilty of that.
You don't know what to get them, so you're like, well, I need to get something that they like. And then you end up getting them something that they like that's like has no use whatsoever, or like they have nowhere to put it, or it's just something.
It's like the B-list level of what they normally get.
Yeah, and they're just like, now they can't. Now you feel bad because you're like, they can't throw it out.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna go over there.
Yeah.
If they're your friend.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, where's the where's this thing I got you? And they're like, it's probably in the Kearney landfill about now. I don't know. Threw it out 5 minutes after you left. Yeah, I don't like doing that either.
Yeah.
Gift giving sucks, but it's the greatest thing.
It can go both ways.
It sucks when you can't figure out what the fuck to buy.
But the times that you do figure out what to buy, and like it just hits right.
You know who's a really good gift giver?
Your cousin.
Yes,
she is. She really is.
But she probably also looks shopping online more than any human I know.
That's true too.
Yeah.
I actually sent her a link to something today. It's like a journal, but it's made to look like a journal you would, like when you're playing an RPG and you open up like the quest log, and has shit. It's like that. So like you write down like your objective and like your quest items and stuff like that. So like it would be like objective, lose 5 pounds. And like you write down like it looks so dope. And I actually tagged her in it, and I was like, I'm not saying I don't want this for Christmas, but
I like lists.
I like lists.
I like booklets that I keep in my pocket.
It looks so cool on the outside too. It looked old school, like
okay,
dope as fuck. I don't know how you guys find that, but yeah.
Maybe I'll get it for myself.
Jamie, if you're watching this, I'm not supposed to name names, right? Whatever. Jamie, if you're watching this, it's too late.
Let's just give her address.
Yeah.
Social Security number. No, I'm just kidding.
555.
All right.
85732. That wasn't the right numbers.
No.
How's it go?
No.
8675309.
8675309.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, that's it.
Talk us out.
Let's talk us out. This has been the. Oh, I just muted my mic. This has been the Bro Down Podcast. For all your Bro Down gear, go to brodownpro.com. We got all kinds of cool shit. We got drawstring bags, coffee mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, everything that you need. We run a sale every week. Usually starts on Tuesday. Right now, when this comes out, it will be drawstring bags, hoodies, and sweatshirts.
That's incorrect.
That is incorrect. So if you wanted one of those things, you fucked up.
So just so everyone knows, almost everything we have for sale is going to be on sale between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So go to our website, most importantly, in between those days if you're looking for a good deal. If not, don't forget to go down now because it's so important to get all the shit now.
Yes.
Don't forget where Christmas stuff is going to be coming out soon. We do have the ugly Christmas sweater line that is going to be popping back up relatively shortly. Other than that, it's been real. We'll catch you guys next time.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.